Are you tired of dating people who just can't seem to get their act together? Do you find yourself constantly making excuses for their behavior and feeling like you're the only adult in the relationship? If so, you may be dealing with someone who is simply too immature for you. In this video, we'll be discussing the top 10 signs that your partner may not be ready for a mature adult relationship. Whether you're in the early stages of dating or have been together for a while, these signs can help you identify red flags and make an informed decision about whether or not to continue investing your time and energy into the relationship. If you are new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos and leave a comment below saying, "I subscribed." I will try my best to reply to as many comments as possible. Let's start. Number 10. They're not reliable. If your partner is constantly canceling plans, not showing up on time, or failing to follow through with things they promised, it can be a sign that they're not ready for a serious relationship. For example, let's say you and your partner have plans to go on a romantic weekend getaway, but at the last minute, they cancel because they want to hang out with their friends instead. Or they promise to help you with something important, but then they forget about it and never follow through. It can be frustrating and hurtful, making you feel like you can't rely on them. It's worth talking with them about it and seeing if you can work together to improve the situation. But if they continue to be flaky, it might be a sign that they're not mature enough to be in a healthy and fulfilling relationship with you. Number 9. Your partner never compromises. Everyone knows that relationships require compromise. One sign of immaturity in a relationship is an unwillingness to compromise. It means that your partner may struggle with finding solutions that work for both partners, even when it's apparent that their behavior or attitude is causing problems in the relationship. For example, let's say that you and your partner are trying to decide what movie to watch together. You want to watch a horror movie, but your partner is too scared and would prefer to watch a comedy. A mature person might consider their partner's feelings and compromise by agreeing to watch a comedy instead, right? It's all about finding solutions that work for both of you. An immature person may refuse to compromise and insist on watching the horror movie, even though it's causing discomfort or fear for their partner. So if your partner is consistently unwilling to compromise, it may be a sign that they need to work on their maturity level before the relationship can move forward. Number 8. Your partner has a habit of frequently disappearing and reappearing. If you're tired of the roller coaster ride of a relationship, it may be time to step off and find someone who is ready to ride the steady track with you. If you find that your partner has a pattern of disappearing and reappearing without any reason, it can be really frustrating and leave you feeling like you're on an emotional roller coaster. It's totally reasonable to question whether your partner is really ready for a serious relationship, especially if they're acting immaturely. If this behavior is causing you a lot of stress and making you feel undervalued, then it might be time to take a step back and reassess whether this relationship is meeting your needs. Remember, there are plenty of other fish in the sea who are looking for the same things that you are. Don't be afraid to put yourself first and seek out a partner who will treat you with the respect and love that you deserve. Number 7. They always depend on you for everything. If your partner constantly relies on you for everything and seems unable to make their own decisions, it can be frustrating and make you feel like you're carrying the weight of the relationship. This kind of behavior can signify immaturity and make you question whether your partner is ready for a serious relationship. For example, if your partner needs you to remind them of important dates constantly, can't handle their finances, or seems to require constant validation and reassurance from others, it can be a sign that they lack independence. While it's okay to support and help your partner when needed, it's not healthy for one partner to carry the weight of the relationship on their own. Both partners need to stand on their own 2 feet and take responsibility for their own lives to have a mature and healthy relationship. Number 6. Your partner has poor money management skills. When someone is immature, it can show in how they manage their money. They might spend impulsively without considering the long-term impact of their choices. They might prioritize leisure activities or expensive purchases over more important expenses. And they might rely on loans or credit cards to fund their lifestyle, even if they don't have a clear plan for paying off their debts in the future. For instance, let's say your partner has outstanding bills or debts that need to be paid, but they decide to buy a new pair of designer shoes or the latest smartphone anyway. This might seem like a small thing, but it can add up over time and create a lot of stress and uncertainty. If they're not careful, they could end up falling deeper into debt or struggling to make ends meet. Number 5. They argue over small things. If your partner is emotionally immature, they might lash out at you and attack your character over something small. For example, let's say you're watching TV together and your partner expresses that they don't like a character on the show. You might try to have a lighthearted conversation about it, but your partner might start shouting and accusing you of being too sensitive. While it might seem like a small example at the moment, in the context of a long-term relationship, this kind of behavior can really take a toll. If you feel like your partner is always criticizing you or putting you down, it's important to address the issue directly and set clear boundaries around what kind of communication is acceptable in your relationship. Number 4. Your partner can't keep secrets. It's natural to want a safe and trustworthy confidant in a relationship, but unfortunately, some partners might not be emotionally mature enough to handle that responsibility. If your partner has a habit of sharing your private information with others, it could be a sign of emotional immaturity. This kind of behavior can erode your trust in the relationship and make you feel like you can't fully be yourself with your partner. For example, you confess to your partner about a conflict you're having with a friend or family member. You might expect your partner to keep that information private, especially if you specifically ask them not to share it. However, if your partner is emotionally immature, they might share that information with others without your consent, potentially causing even more drama and conflict. This can make you feel like you can't trust your partner to keep your confidence or support you when you're going through a tough time. Number 3. Your partner believes in rumors. It's a frustrating situation to be in, and unfortunately, it's a sign of emotional immaturity. When your partner is quick to believe negative things about you without questioning or clarifying them, it can lead to a lot of unnecessary conflicts and damage your relationship. Not only does it erode trust, but it can also make you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells, never knowing what rumor might set them off. Let's say that you and your partner have been together for a while, and things are going well. However, one day, you hear from a mutual friend that there is a rumor going around that you've been cheating on your partner. You know that it's not true, but your partner doesn't believe you and starts to get defensive and argumentative. Number 2. Your partner bullies you in public. Let's say you're at a party with your partner and you're both dressed up for the occasion. Suddenly, your partner makes a negative comment about your outfit loudly enough for others to hear. You might feel embarrassed, hurt, or angry about the situation, and it could ruin your evening. Afterward, when you talk to your partner about the incident, they might brush it off as a joke or say that you're overreacting. But the reality is that their behavior was disrespectful, and it shows a lack of emotional maturity. A mature partner knows how to handle themselves in public and will consider how their actions might affect others. Number 1. Your partner has unrealistic expectations. Are you tired of feeling like you can never live up to your partner's expectations, no matter how hard you try? It's a sign that your partner might be immature and have unrealistic expectations. Let's say you and your partner have been together for a few months, and they have the habit of constantly texting you throughout the day. One day, you're in the middle of an important meeting and unable to respond to their messages immediately. When you finally have a chance to check your phone, you see that they've sent you several angry messages, accusing you of ignoring them and not caring about the relationship. When you talk to your partner later that day, they tell you that they expect you to respond to their messages within a certain time, even if you're busy. They say that if you truly cared about them, you would prioritize them and always be available to talk. Another example is that your partner always expects you to be dressed perfectly and have your hair and makeup done, even when you sleep. If you've noticed that your partner exhibits one or more of these signs, it's important to remember that it doesn't necessarily mean that your relationship is doomed. However, if you see several of these behaviors on a regular basis, it may be a warning sign that your partner is emotionally immature. Remember, a healthy relationship requires mutual respect, trust, and understanding. Don't settle for less. Now, you need to watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. It will show you how to become a priority in someone's life in 9 steps. Make sure to watch it now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.